Las Vegas, the city of lights, dreams, and fortunes. But beneath the glittering surface lies a dark history written in blood, betrayal, and bullets. Tonight, we're counting down the 5 most dangerous mobsters who shaped Nevada's criminal underworld. These weren't just gangsters. They were architects of an empire built on violence and vice. This is Nevada's mob past. Number 5, Benjamin Bugsy Siegel, the man who transformed Las Vegas from a dusty desert town into the gambling capital of the world. Siegel wasn't just a visionary. He was a stone-cold killer with ties to Murder Incorporated. In 1946, he opened the Flamingo Hotel and Casino, pouring millions of mob money into his desert dream. But Bugsy had a problem. He was skimming from his own investors, and the mob doesn't forgive debt. On June 20th, 1947, Siegel was sitting in his girlfriend's Beverly Hills mansion when bullets shattered the window. 9 shots fired, 4 hit their target. Bugsy Siegel died instantly, his eye blown across the room. He was 41 years old. The Flamingo opened without him, and Las Vegas would never be the same. Number 4, Moe Dalitz. Unlike the flashy gangsters, Dalitz operated in the shadows. He was a bootlegger during Prohibition, running illegal liquor from Canada to Detroit. When Prohibition ended, Dalitz turned his attention westward to Nevada. He became a major investor in the Desert Inn and helped establish Las Vegas as a legitimate business front for organized crime. Dalitz was smart, ruthless, and connected to every major crime family in America. He laundered millions through casinos and real estate, all while maintaining a respectable public image. The FBI called him one of the most powerful mobsters in the country. Unlike his violent counterparts, Dalitz died peacefully in his sleep in 1989 at age 89. He proved that in the mob, the smartest players lived the longest. Number 3, Frank Lefty Rosenthal, the genius behind the casino empire. Rosenthal wasn't a made man, but he ran Las Vegas for the Chicago outfit with an iron fist. He managed the Stardust, Fremont, Hacienda, and Marina casinos, overseeing a massive skimming operation that funneled millions back to the mob. Rosenthal was a mathematical prodigy who revolutionized sports betting and casino management, but his arrogance made him enemies. In 1982, someone tried to end him. A car bomb exploded beneath his Cadillac in a Tony Roma's parking lot. The blast was so powerful it should have killed him instantly. Somehow, Rosenthal survived, protected by a faulty placement of the explosive in the car's heavy frame. He lived until 2008, dying of a heart attack in Miami Beach. Lefty cheated death once, but nobody escapes forever. Number 2, Frank Cullotta, the enforcer, the burglar, the killer. Cullotta grew up with Tony Spilotro in Chicago, and when Tony came to Vegas, Frank followed. Cullotta led the Hole in the Wall gang, a crew of thieves who robbed homes, jewelry stores, and anything else worth taking. But Cullotta was more than a thief. He was a hitman who carried out murders on Spilotro's orders. The violence escalated until the FBI closed in. Facing life in prison, Cullotta made a choice that would have gotten most men killed. He flipped. He became a government witness, testifying against his former friends and exposing the mob's Las Vegas operations. Cullotta entered witness protection and later became a consultant, author, and tour guide, telling tourists about the crimes he once committed. He died in 2020 from COVID-19 complications at age 81. Frank Cullotta survived the mob by betraying it. Number 1, Anthony Tony the Ant Spilotro, the most feared enforcer the mob ever sent to Las Vegas. Spilotro was dispatched by the Chicago outfit to protect their interests and keep the other mobsters in line. But Tony had other plans. He started his own crew, robbed casinos, ran loan sharking and drug operations, and left a trail of bodies across the desert. Spilotro was suspected in over 25 murders. He tortured victims with ice picks, baseball bats, and vices. His brutality attracted federal attention and threatened the entire Las Vegas operation. The mob decided Tony had become too dangerous. In June 1986, Spilotro and his brother Michael were lured to a meeting in Indiana. They were beaten with fists and baseball bats, then buried alive in an Indiana cornfield. Their bodies were discovered days later. Tony the Ant was 58. Even the mob feared what he had become. Las Vegas today stands as a monument to reinvention. The mobsters are gone, replaced by corporations and billionaires. but their legacy remains in every casino, every neon sign, every story whispered in the desert night. Subscribe to 4th Street Live Podcast for more wild stories from the Silver State. Outlaws, casinos, and the real history behind the neon. The past is never really dead in Nevada. It's just waiting to be told.